to a genocide case brought against it over a brutal 2017 crackdown by the military on the mostly Muslim Rohingya peoples. Morning, welcome to the program, and obviously good news as far as the Free Rohingya Coalition is concerned.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me here this morning. Well, we deserve the justice. We want to get the justice. So this ICJ proceeding is, it is a good opportunity for us because this from ICJ they can deliver the justice for the Rohingya and especially for the repatriation, uh, amending the citizenship law in the country, whatever they discriminate and the target the Rohingya, whatever the system persecute the Rohingya, those all can be changed through this ICJ verdict. That is why this event is very important for us. But now this is just like very beginning in 2019 and the 2020 in the beginning of the 2020 there was two hearing. From the second hearing, that the court ordered the provisional measure, but the country, uh, uh, especially the military, is not complying the court order. So after a year, the military coup happened in the country, and now the country is back to the military dictatorship again. So the same military persecuted the Rohingya, committed the gravest of crime, genocide against the Rohingya, is now committing the crime against humanity against the entire population in the country. So there is the controversial issue: who is going to represent the state. So finally, we came to know that the military is representing the state, although there is a government that has the people mandate. The majority of the people, I mean, most of the people in the country are supporting this government. Still, they didn't get the chance to represent the people. So the military, basically they are talking about the preliminary objection. So in this hearing, all the argument from the military side, and also there is the
Okay, let me
yeah.
ask you this question. A briefing from Human Rights Watch and Global Justice Center said that the military's participation at these ICG hearings would have no bearing on its recognition at the United Nations. How does that then play out? Because they're not recognizing the military to represent themselves in their own defense, obviously.
Well, the United Nations, didn't recognize the both group, the National Unity Government and also the military coup group. So there is an ambassador from Myanmar who was appointed by the ousted this democratic government. So he has got the seat basically as just to sit there, not to speak at the assembly. He is not the representative of the the either military or this national unity government. He is just the representative of the Myanmar. So for representation, that the UN should decide, which group should represent there. Unfortunately, their UN credential committee last year, they didn't decide anything. But in my opinion, and also this opinion is reflected to the majority of the people. No one want the military represent the state there. Everyone want national unity government represent there. But this thing didn't happen. I don't know how the court decided, but the there is no Myanmar embassy in the Hague, so the court contacted to the nearest embassy in Brussels, which is under control of the military, and also the capital is. I'm not saying that the entire country is controlled by the military. There are many territory, they are not controlling at all, because there are the fighting are going with the People Defense Force formed by the NUG government, and also local defense force formed by the youth group. They are fighting going on. They don't control all the territory, but they control the capital Naypyidaw, where all the administration body are there. So they control the foreign ministry as well. So I think the court contacted the embassy in Brussels and also the foreign ministry in the Naypyidaw. That way they got the
Okay.
invitation and they represented there.
What does this mean then for this hearing? Is it then going to go ahead? Because obviously there needs to be representation. Uh, on the one hand, I thought this is great news as far as the Rohingya people are concerned, but now they're not allowing either party to represent the country to represent. I mean, a while ago, I think it was Suki traveled to The Hague to lead Myanmar's defense, but she was removed from office in a coup in February last year. So it almost seems like it's a stalemate. It almost seems like this is then not going to go ahead because you do need someone to be talking on behalf of Myanmar, the Myanmar people.
Well, the military is there. The military representative are there. The agent, alternate agent, and the member of delegation were there yesterday. So the president of this ICJ judge made clear that they are representing the state. They are not representing the particular government. So the argument from the military is the case was brought by the Gambia, but it was not independently brought by the Gambia. The OIC is backing OIC as an organization. They have no right to file the case, but they use the Gambia to file the case. So this is Gambia filed the case as a OIC proxy. So that is the main argument. The lawyer representing the Myanmar, this military, used the word OIC 89 times, during his, presentation yesterday. So it is like, in the country, whenever you talk about the Rohingya, you are always, accused that, the OIC is playing the political game inside the country. So it is like, that those extremists in the country, they propagate against the OIC. The same thing happened in the world highest courts. So representation is clear. The military is representing there. So NUG didn't get the
Okay,
representation.
okay. Let's end it there. My final question to you then is what sort of outcome would please you? Obviously, you are the co founder of the Free Rohingya Coalition, something very close to your heart. You've been working long and hard towards this. What sort of outcome do you want to see? And does that then guarantee the safe, I guess, the safety of the Rohingya people in that part of the world, in Myanmar and on the island, etc.?
Well, it is very simple. We want the justice. We deserve the justice. So the the detail is what we are saying is this protected return to protected homeland. So our homeland should be protected because the cycle of violence against the Rohingya is repeating again and again since 1978, and also there is no guarantee of returning to the original village and the full citizenship, ethnic right. Those all have to be granted, and also we want the reparation. Because we have lost 400 villages were burned down. All the houses. People lost all their personal belonging, all the property. So they should be given the compensation, and also they love the life. Some of them badly injured, and they lost their leg, and women were raped. All this, they should be compensated. So all we want is justice. Beside the justice, the safety, our security, and the repatriation should be. This is the last time. This should not be repeat again, because since 1978, this is happening many times.
Thank you indeed for talking to us, and we do pray for a very good outcome a positive outcome for the people of Rohingya. Thanks for talking to us. Go well. It is exactly 9:49. News and views right here on Salam Media.